Holy calamity, scream insanity. Shh. We're in a museum. Please calm down, your family. I am Toy Insanity. This is Scream Insanity 21 on International Museum Day, May 18th, 2023. A lot of museums free today. History museums, art museums, science museums. Edvard Munch's Scream has become the world's most famous portrayal of despair and anxiety, but nothing is too serious for Arvid, the illustrator, who in this book presents 86 versions of Scream like you've never seen Munch's masterpiece before. Enjoy. Be screamingly happy. We're going to try to look at all 86 of those. And then there's one more to show you in this. Gary Larson of Far Side fame. This book came out in 1990. Wiener Dog art. Most of the book are Far Side comics. Then you get to this little section in the middle with some colored plates. This one, it says, "It's the wine. Edvard Munch, ? Once again, we have here a work in which the creator's identity technically remains a mystery, but whose disturbing, provocative use of the wiener dog practically screams, 'Edvard, you weirdo, you.'" That's, of course, Salvador Dali's The Persistence of Wiener Dogs. Runaways by Samuel Sullivan. Bottle Apple Book and Bowl of Wiener Dogs. Artist unknown. Wiener Dog, The Head Turned, Pablo Picasso, ? The Something of Paradise, Bernardo Bardolini. Through the Storm, Boris Stormberg, cave art in southern France. So that's pretty cool. Scream, parodies by Arvid Andreasen. He's of Norway, and he used to do a comic for the Dagbladet, Norwegian newspaper. For better or worse, the Scream has become Edvard Munch's trademark, copied in innumerable versions and abused in advertising. This painting swirls with motion and is painted with explosive force. The result is a genuine expression of an anxious mind. It remains the symbol of the existential angst of the civilized human being. So, hey, this is going to be good. He was painting the subject whose foot got pierced by the easel. There's a little throwback to Vincent van Gogh. We wonder why the subject in the Scream is covering his ears, because he cut both of them off. Well, in this case, he's covering his ears with baby bottles because the babies are crying. The kiss, too many screams to count. I don't want to skip a page. I want to see all 86. There's your bill, sir. There's your weight, sir or madam. This says Gustav Vigeland. Great little book. The subject of the Scream is a shrink. The Eye of God, I suppose. Oh, he's the pianist at a orchestral symphonic recital, and he's drawing a blank. A choir, sort of like a Greek paint. Looky, a cave painting, but over here in the corner. So he's painting the bull there in France or Spain, but he's painting the Scream. Then we just see, a wiener dog cave painting. Okay, we were about right here. Okay, that's putting the subject of the Scream in another Edvard Munch painting. Oh, this one's great. There's a little blurb about Andy Warhol. The Scream on a Campbell soup can. The Scream vomiting. Hannibal Lecter. That's evocative of Frankenstein. There's, of course, the Scream from Scream. Scream face. Ghost face. 1996. Smiley. Oh, you only got one hair left. Oh, stretching the neck. Looks like a vampire. Keyhole mouth. Bad hair day. That reminds me of, I don't know, an Oompa Loompa. Punk rock is dead. Oh no, you're going to jail. And Scream. Big Scream. I don't know, is that the Pink Floyd? Pink Floyd's The Wall. Uh-oh. He busted. Like I said, going to jail. This is a little blurb about Marcel Duchamp. French poet, painter, chess player, and filmmaker, became famous in 1917 when he sent a disassembled urinal to an art exhibition in New York. With that, he also became an inspiration for many American artists. Arvid, too, has been inspired, and in this version of the Scream, Duchamp's fountain forms the screaming woman's mouth. Interesting. The shadow even has an open mouth. There's the Scream from the Scream of the subject from the Scream of Nature in another one of Edvard Munch's paintings. Okay. Rising from the dead, everyone's gonna scream. Oh, removed from the painting. Kind of has a Joker face. Uh-oh, injured by the painting. There in Norway. This artist is a Norwegian painter. Uh-oh, don't do that. Marilyn Monroe. Parody. The ship with the famous wave of Japan. Now that's kind of like zoomed in on the print. I think the print was 1895. The painting we most love and enjoy is 1893. But you notice the two little ships that you barely see in the full painting. Well, one of them is in fact sinking. And we zoom and enhance. Okay, Michael D. Ludovico Buonarroti Simoni, French poet painter. Okay, they messed up. They put the same blurb from Duchamp. Uh-oh, poked in the eye by God. Such is life. Paul Klee, Swiss painter and graphic artist. This is, of course, Salvador Dali. What is it with Salvador Dali's clocks? Why can't they lie on the table instead of the edge where they keep running over? The Spanish artist was once inspired by a Canberra cheese that had matured for too long. Accordingly, the clocks had to turn out that way too. Well, Gary Larson did that too. Alexa, how old is Gary Larson? When is Gary Larson's birthday? Oh, wiener dogs. The persistence of wiener dogs. The persistence of the Scream. Uh-oh. Caution. Crash test dummies. Happy Halloween. Scared away the trick-or-treaters. I'm pretty sure Halloween is not too big in Norway, but I could be wrong. Boo. That's just kind of caught you unawares. William Hogarth, one of the great English painters. He began working as an engraver. Today he would be called a graphic artist, etc. Uh-oh, he walked in the bathroom on King Tut. Hunchback. Screaming nuns. I like that one. Brick fall on his head. I bet there's software you could scan this and hear something. I don't know. Uh-oh. Pregnant. Henry Moore was the poor miner's son from Yorkshire. Shh, don't tell anyone about the big fish that got away. I don't know. Pablo Picasso. For a short period in 1936, Picasso was symbolically the head of the Spanish National Gallery, Prado, appointed by the Republican government. Okay. Didn't we have a Picasso? Gary Larson? Wiener dog with head turned. Picasso, Picasso. I like it. Picasso. Marc Chagall was a Jewish family in Russia. Maybe you know that painting. I don't. Oh, okay, we know what that is. Busking. Hans Schuflein. Let's see, he is, doesn't say. Dutch, German, I don't know. Rene Magritte. That's the son of man, right? Oh, I like that. Okay. This one has kind of a comic vibe. Dr. Jekyll and Hyde, maybe? Oh my god, okay, this is Gustav Vinland, Norwegian sculpture. This monolith, but there's Liberty and Sanity, Sweet Lady Liberty. Tattered and torn. Only 4 spikes instead of 7. And a dollar sign in the sky. I'm surprised they didn't put the poem, the famous poem. Okay, there's C-3PO, R2-D2, and aliens have landed. Renee Margaret again. Belgian artist. Jan van Eyck, Dutch painter. That reminds me of Charlie Brown. Do. Uh-oh. Gustave Doré was by far the most popular illustrator of the 18th century, even more so than Andy Warhol. He had the right to call his studio a factory because for many years he had 40 wood carvers on his payroll. Wow. Oh, gosh. I hope you can see it. The sun is setting. Tourist info, you are here. Citizens of all countries. Gustave Doré. Hey, well, there's a scream in a bottle. Oh, that reminds me, I have a pen. We'll look at my pen sanity soon. I have a pen, scream in a jar. But there's the famous wave, I believe, of Japan. Wow, Dirty Mind. Oh my gosh, you can't do that. Nobody's turning away. He's getting his picture taken, and here comes a big sea monster. Paul Cézanne, French painter. Ah, I love this. Okay. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Whenever I come across resin figurines of this trope, I get the hear no evil one. Because one day I'm going to paint them up in a sort of expressionistic style. And let's see, what do I have? I have a bird with the wings over the ears. I have an elephant. I think I have a lion. I got to paint them, though. I got to paint them, you know. But, yeah, I'm collecting that one to enhance the Scream Insanity project. Uh-oh, Adam and Eve. Golfing. Oh, you got hit in the head with a golf ball. National Rubik's Cube Day, I think, is in July. That reminds me, I still got to learn how to do that thing. I've been putting it off over a year, I think. The Euro, that was a big deal in 2005. Tony Gregg had his artistic breakthrough at the end of the 1970s when he exhibited plastic objects and plastic waste on wall or floor. He later began to use objects shaped out of foam rubber. Okay, that's cool. Oh, no. Late stage capitalism makes you want to scream. Screaming on a roller coaster, screaming in a marathon, and screaming because you're being erased. You're fading. On International Museum Day.